Hey, what's happening, guys? It's been a while since I made a video to show you how to do fucking anything on Dayz. So here's a little quick one today. This is called a regular expression, and this is going to help you be able to do things a lot faster inside your Notepad++. So there's other apps you can use, there's other stuff you can use, there's other code and editors you can use, but I love using Notepad++. It's been my go-to since the day I started, and it's still my go-to now. So what is a regular expression? A regular expression is something that you can target individual things or full entire lines of code and change every single line of code that begins with, ends with, or starts with. Begins is start. Fucking, I haven't made a video for a while, so if I do, my voice is a bit thingy, bear with me, it will get better, I assure you that. So yeah, basically what it's going to do is it's going to target set codes inside a file, and what it will do once it's targeted them is it will replace them with whatever you want to choose it to be replaced with. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over and we are going to grab our Notepad++. So we're going to open our Notepad++ up. Here we go. Then we're going to drag in, let's use a spawnable types file. Right now, in the spawnable types file, what you'll notice is when Dayz updated a couple of updates ago, they introduced a new damage system. So inside the damage system, it consists of the globals is the overall loot economy damage, and then you can target individual items within the spawnable types file to have different damage than the overall loot. So if you wanted to, you could have the global set for pristine loot, but then you could have suppressors spawn damaged, and you would do that by controlling it via this, what I'm about to show you. As you can see here, you've got damage in the lines of code right there, and that is telling that scope to spawn in with that amount of damage in between 0 and 0.32 amount of damage, which would be 1, I think it would be. So what we can actually do is, instead of us having to go through this file and changing every single one of these to 0.0, you know, 0.0, you know, instead of having to do that, what we can actually do here is a nice little trick. Now this is called a regular expression. There's only a very short video, and it's going to teach you something that you probably didn't know, and if you did know, good shit on you, because I've been using this for a long time, and I don't know why I've not told people before. It makes things so much easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and grab your damage at the end of the E. Let's just grab at the end of the E. You can grab it anywhere you want, but we're going to grab at the end of the E. And what you're going to do is you're going to press Control and H. Once you've pressed Control and H, you're going to have that damage there. Now you're going to click onto the very end of it, and you're going to put a dot and a star. Okay? A dot and a star. So what you want a full stop, and then your number 8 with a star. It may be different on the keyboards, I'm not sure. And then at the beginning, you're going to put a dot and a star. So what you want is dot star, your information dot star. Now it's important to have that space here within inside the code. Very important. I'll show you why. 1 second, someone's at my house. It's okay, it's just the scrap guys coming to get an old washing machine I've put outside. So yeah, let me get back to it. What I'm going to show you now is what you're going to do is you're going to place your dot star, your information, and your dot star. Now what that's going to do is that's going to target that information, but there's one thing you must have is down here you'll see it says normal, and then you'll see the regular expression. So you're going to click on regular expression. Once you've clicked on regular expression, you are ready to go. Now if you watched and pay close attention, damage, 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 if we replace all, it will replace all of them with an empty line, because that's the only information we've put in there is an empty line. So yeah, basically what that's now done is that's removed every single line of code that starts with the word damage from the file. So now that all this file will now run with the globals, so the globals will now control the loot in this file. So if you wanted all the loot in your server to be pristine, you would set it in globals for 0.0, 0.0, 0.0, 0.1, it's up to you what you like to choose, and then you would have to go into spawnable types and you'd have to change every single one of them that starts with damage singly on their own, and change all the codes for them. When now you can do that, and once you've done that, what you'll be left with is empty lines. So a way to get rid of your empty lines is you just go onto Edit, Line Operations, remove empty lines. It will still leave the ones that have got blank spaces. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to Edit, you're going to go to Line Operations, and then you're going to go to remove empty lines containing blank characters, and now you have a nice neat file with all your damage removed, and that is it. It's done. That is how it's done. But one more thing I want to show you is, just in case you wanted to, you can go down here and let's find the guns. So if you wanted to copy all your guns, I'm just going to copy a couple. You're going to copy all your guns. You're going to create a new file, and you're going to use the same technique to do this. Now if you notice, attachment chance 0.5. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to go over here, we're going to scroll all the way from the left, select from the left all the way to the end of the attachment's name, copy, and you are going to place a dot, a star, you're going to place the information in, dot and star to close it, and then you're going to replace this with what I show you. You're now going to select the whole line of code, and then once you select the whole line of code, you're going to change that 0.05 to a 1.00, and if you pay attention, look at every single line, 1.00, 0.10, 0.15, 0.50, if you press replace all, boosh, there you go. It's that easy. It is that easy. And then you could do the same for your chances, but there's a different thing you've got to do for that. You've got to use a different type of code, which is another video I might make. But yeah, that is how you basically be able to edit multiple things at multiple times. And then what you would just do is you would just press Control A, copy, go back in, paste your code back into your file, and you now have your entire file with what you set it to. Like as you can see here, Deagle is now 1.00 at the attachment chance, and up here the Deagle was a 0.10. So yeah, that is how it is. That's how it's done. Regular expression. I hope it helps you. You can use this for multiple things, any line that you want to start to. In fact, let me show you something real quick before we do leave. Let me see if I can find myself. Where am I going to go? I'll tell you what, I'll go into my editor folder. And I'm going to find a build I've created. This one. And do is when you've made a build, you've got the static items. You know what I mean? So you've got the static items in the map group pods. The code it gives you to put into map group pods. Now what you can actually do there is you can actually use the same technique and target group name, go all the way up to land, which would be static in your case. Just I haven't got a file at hand right now, and it will make my video a lot longer if I try and find a file. So dot star, then you would do that. Obviously the land would be static, and then what it would do is when you press replace all, you leave that blank, you'll press replace all, boosh, it will remove every single static item that has been exported from the Dayz editor from the map group pos file. For the codes you now need to put in, you would just copy all your land items because there's no static ones. You would still need to use the line operations and remove empty lines, and then all your land items will all be in one group. You just select them, drag them over to your file, and Bob's your uncle, hey presto, job's a good one. Now that's all I'm going to show you today, and that is a regular expression. If you want to join my Discord, feel free. We are Dayz Modern Community. You can find us on Google. If you just type in Shots Actually DZMC or Dayz Modern Community, it will come up, and this is our Discord. I'm just going to pop the invite up on the screen real quick, and then I'm going to end my video. And it's nice to be back. It is nice to be back. Permanent link. There's our link right there, so if you want to join our Discord, feel free to come into our Discord. We help a lot of people out. We do a lot of work around helping people create their own servers, and you know, learn what you need to know. So if you want to, that is our link right there. As I say, you can find us on Google. Happy days, see you later, sayonara, and I will see you in the next one.